CP.
Are you serious? He's gone! 40, 30, Portis all the way! Touchdown Redskins, 64 yards!
26 minutes.
He's pretty sharp, you know. He'll coach you up on the Miami guys and everything else. He's kind of fun to be around. Got an opinion too.
You know, I've been blessed to have the opportunity to go out and be myself and say the things that I say, and you know, for the outside world, they can deal with it how they deal with it.
26 minutes with Clinton Portis. CP. Teach him something.
Welcome to 26 Minutes, episode 58. I'm CP, joined today by my man Gabe Henderson, replacing Monica McNutt because she's on the road doing big-time things as usual, NBA season, NCAA. So she was in Charlotte. She went to New York.
Yep.
I don't know where she is. She don't really want to be on 26 Minutes. So
I got big shoes to fill.
Hey, get used to Gabe voice, okay? Monica. But no, you know, state of the Redskins. Yesterday we fired Jay Gruden, and there's been a change at the helm. What do you make of that? How do you see this moving forward?
I think I was talking to somebody off camera, and I was basically saying, like, I think it's good. I think it's. I mean, you gotta trust with whatever the front office says. I mean, clearly we're 0-5. I mean, there's some reason for concern. There's reason for, you know, Jay Gruden's departure. But as a receiver, you know, being a former receiver myself, I probably wouldn't like this move just because, you know, you're gonna run the ball a lot more. With Jay Gruden, they were trying to throw the ball a lot more, but the running opens up the pass. Like, I've been through a coaching change when I was in college after my sophomore year. We ran a spread offense my freshman, sophomore year. Junior, senior year, had a new coach, Turner Gill, and we ran the ball a lot more. And I was livid. All the receivers were livid because, you know, it was going to be 30 rushing attempts a game, which is, you know, taking down the stats for you. But at the same time, it's like, you know, it's good because I feel like the more balanced you are as a team, the less predictable it is for defenses. So
when you look at this team, you know, you talk about the run-pass balance. You haven't. So how do you think the running backs feel when they haven't had an opportunity?
Right.
Year 0 and 5, the running backs haven't had an opportunity. So when you make this move, you put your O-line coach as your interim head coach and Bill Callahan, and you hope to develop a running game. This is a team that needs a running game. I think your weapons are still at the wide receiver position. So I think Callahan should be balanced. You know, you got to attempt to run the ball. You know, when you look at, well, we didn't win. We're 0 and 5. How did we get here? And what was missing? So when you look at what was missing, a run game has been missing throughout that tenure. So for guys, you know, some of your better players, AP, Chris Thompson, finally getting the opportunity soon to get back Geis, knock on wood. So you get these guys back in the fold to add with the young talent that we're seeing, then you have a possibility to win some games down the road. The only question is, do you really want to win games down the road? You know, I think myself and Cooley, we had this conversation moving forward, you know, and it's a lot of teams in this position where we're at week 5 and a lot of teams haven't won a game. We played the Miami Dolphins this week. They're one of the teams that haven't won, so somebody got to win that game. But you have some teams at 1 and 4 as well. So when you look at that situation, and I'm like, do you embrace the tank or do you, like, how do you play out? Because when you're going to have a high pick, you know, you kind of want, if you're going to have a high pick, why be at 5 or 6 when you could be at 1?
But that's why I want to ask you, too, because I never played on this level. So it's like, if you're a player, I feel like you always got that competitive edge. It's like, yo, you do have to come to your senses, like, all right, like, we're not going to make the playoffs this year. But it does get to a point where it's like, you know, like, I'm trying to win. Like, I'm in this business to win. Like, I hate losing. That's just with anything in life. But at the same time, it's like, how do you approach that as a player? Because
I think as a player, your mindset never changes. A player, you going out to get you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't think a guy in the locker room, when you look at an Adrian Peterson or you look at a young kid in Terry McLaurin or you look at a Sims Jr., you're like, hey, you know what? Don't have a big play. Yeah, right. If I get the opportunity, it's to the house. You see what I'm saying? Like, so I don't think you go in the locker room and tell guys, hey, guys, don't really give good effort because everyone understands this is your career. You know what I mean? For a lot of guys, for some guys, is in this situation. It happens every year, and it's something you hate about sports, because you never know when you're playing your last game or what's your last play, because some guys won't get this opportunity next year, and some guys will be out of the league, and some guy will go on to be, whomever, burst onto the scene. So it's hard to go and tell a player like, hey man,
we trying to tank.
You don't hear that, but it's kind of like the front office or the head coaches, have that conversation where, what, we got vanilla game plans and we're going to go out and execute, and we're kind of going to hold back. But at the same time, players got to go out and play.
Right. And I feel like you have to be understanding of it as a player. I mean, being at this, you got to understand that it is a business, but at the same time,
no player want to tank though.
Exactly. But still, it's like, I feel like the players in the locker room, just talking about our locker room, they keep saying, hey, we still got 11 games left. Like, and that's the mindset that you want to have going forward. I feel like right now we just have to get a win.
So speaking of the 11 games left and knowing you need a win, was a big comment made about culture. Bruce Allen addressed the culture, and you're a guy that's here on the daily. You're always around the players. What do you see in the culture of these players? Like, what do you see in the attitude, in the way these guys carry themselves?
Just from talking, I can just say, just from talking to Steve Sims and AP, just two guys that I really went in depth with. Like, they're still buying in. They're like, I want to play, but you got two different perspectives. From AP, he never lost 2 or 3 games ever in his life before he got to the NFL. Steven Sims, coming from college, his first year in college, he went 0-12. Second year, 1-11. Third year, 2-12. So he's 2-10. So he's understanding of going through this. But he's like, he said he's basically using his voice to basically tell players yo, I've been here before. We can get out of this. We way better than Kansas. We way better than where we were before. It's just the fact of, we just got to make these plays here and there. Or, I just remember even on the sideline, it was just just seeing certain things, like one play messes up a whole drive, or one incompletion, or, a play that stands out to me was AP. I think it was like a 2nd and 5. First down, we were probably on the 1 or 2 yard line. Monte Nicholson just got an interception. AP ran for 5 yards on first down. No huddle, lined it back up. And they said Morgan Moses jumped off sides, which you look on tape, it wasn't off sides, but that's an 80-yard run right there. AP saw a hole, and it's just like, all we got to do is just fix the small things. And I feel like everybody in the locker room, they're still on board. They're like, let's just fix these small things. Let's just get one win. That's the only thing I'm hearing this week. It's one win. We get one win, we can figure the rest out from there.
We have to have a Performance Player of the Week presented by Bed Gear, the official mattress and pillow partner of the Washington Redskins. And that Performance Player is Steven Sims Jr.
Yeah.
Looking at Steven Sims Jr., I've been really excited. I had this kid in the NFLPA bowl game back in January, and he made plays. And then he get an opportunity to come here, and he made plays over the preseason. And I keep saying, you know what, maybe he needs to be the slot. And he has so much potential in punt return and kick return. And all of a sudden, the world got an opportunity to see it. You get your first touchdown on a carry against the New England Patriots. That's big time. So congratulations to Steven Sims Jr. And we'll return with more on 26 minutes. Redskins defensive lineman number 93, Jonathan Allen, hates to lose. So he's teaming up with Papa John's and you to help donate to Sasha Bruce Youth Work, helping homeless children in our region every day. Team 93 needs you to make it a winning day for your family and these special children. You'll get a large 2-topping pizza and an order of wings for just $20. And Papa John's will donate 93 cents to Sasha Bruce Youth Work for every single order. Play to eat, play to give, but play to win, because nobody wants to lose. Helping people improve their lives is what should drive business. That's the belief at Koch Industries, which employs more than 65,000 people across America. The team at Koch works together to meet the world's changing needs in transportation, medical care, water filtration, household goods, energy-efficient building products, and everyday technologies, all while consuming fewer resources. See the innovations firsthand at KOCHindustries.com. Welcome back to 26 Minutes, episode 58. We're in the building. Special co-host today, Gabe Henderson, as we were discussing the Redskins, and we thought about going around the league because off air we both had a conversation about what Teddy Bridgewater is doing down in New Orleans. And, you get one of these dilemmas. It's a good dilemma to have because he's winning games, but you got a Hall of Famer that's returning soon in Drew Brees. And Teddy Bridgewater goes out and have the big performance this weekend, but Drew on his way back. You know, Drew is on the way back. So as a team, it's a good problem to have. But if Bridgewater continues on to win games and continue to elevate his play, because every week he's elevated and he's won some big games. He just beat the Cowboys. How do you see this playing out?
Man, I think I got a hot take, and I've probably been using this take for the past week or so. And I say, you know, if Teddy Bridgewater goes 6-0 or 7-0, however Drew Brees is out, like if he wins every game and like wins impressively, you know, have games like he had last week, like how do you bench him? Like how do you sit him down? I know I get
easy.
Drew.
You put your hand around his back, say, "Hey, we get number 9 back this week, my boy." So,
but it's like he's hot. He's hot. I guess it's like it's if I had to relate it to anything, it would be the Dak Prescott Tony Romo situation. Dak Prescott's rookie year when Tony Romo got hurt preseason. And Tony Romo was healthy, but Dak was hot. So it's like, hey, we got to keep this dude in. And it's like, I know Drew Brees has done so much for the city. When you think of the Saints as a franchise, Drew Brees is the first person you think of. So I get that, but it's like, hey, man, like we trying to win. Like he's hot. Like what do you think? Am I wrong?
I'm just thinking of Bridgewater and how sweet it was for him to make the decision to go back to New Orleans after the Dolphins almost lured him away. And he decided to change his mind and go back to New Orleans and back Drew Brees up, and now he's getting his opportunity. Like I think that's so amazing for him in this situation, you know, because not often do you look and say, "Hey, I'm starting for the New Orleans Saints, and Drew Brees goes down, and I'm carrying this team," but you're looking across at the Dolphins and they're 0-5. So what an amazing way for Teddy Bridgewater to get an opportunity because you want to be on the field.
Right.
And you know, you never want your guy to go down. And I think he's learned so much from Drew. You see Drew standing on the sideline cheering for him all the time. So I just think that's an amazing situation. But when Drew returns, hey, you got to put the arm around Teddy. Hey, man, you did a good job filling in. You did a good job filling in, my boy.
I don't know what the rest of the season look like, but I feel you. I understand what you're saying.
But around the league, when you look at so many people, Jacoby Brissett in the Indianapolis Colts, when you look at Frank Wright and what they're doing to go out and beat the Kansas City Chiefs, no one expected that.
Yeah.
And, you know, Andrew Luck retires before the season. Everybody's like, who is Jacoby Brissett? And no one expects this man to go into Arrowhead Stadium on Sunday night football and come away victorious.
He's good. He's good, and I think you got to attest that to New England. I know we just played New England, but you got to attest that to the New England offense. I think he learned a lot from Tom Brady. Even, I mean, you look at Jacoby Brissett. You got to look at Jimmy Garoppolo. He's undefeated in San Francisco, and so when you see those two quarterbacks, and just what Jacoby Brissett is doing, I think you got to add some respect. I do think it's the schemes too. They did run the ball a lot. I think they had possession like 32 minutes out of the game. So I mean that does say a lot. They kept Mahomes off the field, and that's what you got to do to beat the Chiefs. But you do got to have a quarterback that you can trust to move the ball downfield, be a good game manager. Because let's be real, he's not going to throw for 500 yards, but he will manage the game, manage the clock, throw for 200, 300 yards, and come out with a tight win. And that's all you need in this league.
Yeah, you don't need 500 yards. You need the W, and however you can get it. Just as a team, I think when you win as a team, I get tired of seeing quarterbacks with 400 and 500 yards, and then you lose. You know, you look around the league, you have so many quarterbacks in that situation, but just moving around, right? When you're jumping around, the Raiders go out and beat the Bears, right? And Khalil Mack was traded from the Oakland Raiders to the Chicago Bears. And it's just one of those, you want so badly to show this coach. You want to demolish. And then the Oakland Raiders beat the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, that's got to suck for him because, I feel like any team, you probably can attest, the first team you get traded to, whenever you played your former team, like you want to go off. And I guess the ultimate goal is to win. So I'm sure he was pretty hot about that. It probably would have been better. It probably would have been worse if it was in Oakland. If you lost in Oakland because you got the fans there.
Because the game was in London, it wasn't saying. I remember going back to Denver and playing the Broncos in my first time returning. And I was so Like, because I've always been a huge fan of Al Wilson's, and I'm thinking, like, Al on the other side, I know how this man play. I know his mindset. And Nate Webster, a guy that I went to college with, and I'm like, man, I know how they coming. Like, I know how they coming. I know how they bringing it. But I'm coming to show them, like, this.
I'm here too.
Yeah, this still my house.
Yeah.
So we ended up losing. But I think I had like 120, 130. I had a hell of a game.
That's a good
so,
day.
you know, to go back and compete against those guys that you came up with is always good. But another team, Seattle, keeps amazing me. Russell Wilson, a bad man, right?
Top 5.
Russell Wilson is, and then you could tell it's still it's still a love of the game for him. It's not about money. You know, it's still because they had an emotional ceremony for Paul Allen prior to the game, and after the game, after his performance, he breaks down crying.
Right.
And just how much that meant to him. It's so hard to still find players that this game means something to. Like, so many people play this game, and it's just like, oh, you know, like nobody really plays the name to rep. You know, me and Tanner had this conversation a couple weeks ago where we were saying how the money wasn't our everybody wants to feed their family, but once you step on that field, it's not about dollars and cents. It's, boy, you better step out here and be ready. You know what I mean? And that name on the back of the jersey, you don't want to put nothing bad on film. And to finally see someone that has that tape, you know, you see it in a couple guys throughout the league. It's a lot of guys that don't care. So to see Russell Wilson get emotional and go out and play that way, you know, on huge day for Paul Allen. So I thought that was a special moment.
Yeah, I think Russell Wilson, like I feel like he has everything he's ever wanted in life. I mean, endorsements, family, everything he ever wanted. So I feel like, and LeBron even said it too. Like once you get to a certain point where like you can buy everything you want, you go back to the reason why. And I think the reason why he does this is because of the love of the game. And it's like, okay, this is why I do it. All these other things are distractions. I remember somebody asked Russell Wilson a question. They said, why do you still, like, with everything going on, why do you still play football? And it's like, well, maybe football is my only peace. Football is my only peace in life. So when you find that peace, when you find that thing that takes you away from everything that you love to do, I feel like you gotta keep doing it. Russell Wilson, I think he's still in his prime and he loves what he's doing. And that's the reason why he's still good at it.
Well, I think what we got to do is pay some bills. Hey there, it's Clinton, and one of my favorite things to do is play games from the Virginia Lottery, and they just introduced a new game. It's called Print and Play Rolling Jackpot. It's a Virginia-only instant win game, and it has a starting jackpot of $50,000. The jackpot increases with each ticket sold until the jackpot is won. There are no pay slips to fill out, and no waiting for a drawing. Just purchase, play, and check to see if you won. It's that easy. A $2 ticket can win 20% of the jackpot. A $5 ticket can win 50% of the jackpot. And a $10 ticket can win 100% of the jackpot. For each price point, the odds of winning the top prize are 1 in 240,000. Look for it at your favorite Virginia Lottery retailer. Bring your group to FedEx Field and receive preferred pricing on Redskins tickets, plus the opportunity for once-in-a-lifetime experiences, like a post-game photo of your group on the field. Learn more at redskins.com/group tickets or call 301-276-6033. The fantasy football season is right around the corner, and this season there are more ways to win than ever because FanDuel has more ways to win cash prizes and once-in-a-lifetime experiences during every single game, every single week. Never played FanDuel football before? Great, because now users get a $5 bonus with their first deposit. Sign up for FanDuel now and get $20 in total bonus. Just make your first deposit to get started, and you'll get an extra $5 in site credit every week for 4 weeks. Go to FanDuel.com/ or download the FanDuel app.
I'm trying to meet that boy Clinton Portis, though. They say that boy, they say he's smooth on his feet. I'm trying to teach him something.
Teach him something.
Teach him something.
Welcome back to 26 Minutes. Now it's time for this kind of turn into one of my favorite parts of the show. We got this segment called Studs and Duds where we pick, top performers of this week or somebody that fell. And, normally Monica picked one and I picked one. But as we were discussing, it was so many studs this week that it was hard to talk about a dud. I think for both of us, our dud would be Todd Gurley, which we were discussing. I think something going on with Todd Gurley.
I'm not sure what that issue is. I'm not sure if it's the arthritis in the knee. Like, I don't really like his body language right now. Body language is everything and everything in life. And I really just don't like his body language. I know we saw the lasting impression of him consoling the kickers. I mean, the kicker and the long snapper after the Saints at the Seahawks game. But like on the sideline and like how he runs, it's just not the same Todd Gurley. I don't know what it is.
I think they're kind of saving him, and it's hard to say because they're not the explosive team that they were last year. It's like teams are starting to figure him out. I think Tampa Bay kind of exposed him, but I think he comes around and, once he gets fully healthy, it's just one of those situations. He's a better threat to be on the field where you got a game plan to stop him and now I could go elsewhere than to not have him in the lineup or on the field, because he still can run. I don't think he can mess it up anymore. But, I just think that would be our dud. But when it comes to studs, boy, we got a lineup to pick from. So give me your stud.
Aaron Jones, running back for the Green Bay Packers. 4 touchdowns this week. 4 rushing touchdowns. I think he had like 120 rushing yards, 75 reception yards. Like, people talk about the Cowboys like they're the best defense in the past 20 years. And, I mean, when you got a running back that just ran for that's got almost 200, I guess over 200 all-purpose yards, and then you got Aaron Rodgers on the back end, who's gonna be Aaron Rodgers. He had a great day too, but Aaron Jones, like he showed up and showed out.
Well, I just think Green Bay under Matt LaFleur looked good. Like, it's nothing. Everyone was questioning whether the Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers would work, and he's running the ball in that defense. A guy who was here last year, Preston Smith, is balling out of control. That defense is on fire, so I think they look good. But, man, Deshaun Watson threw for 426 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Crazy.
And he's not even my dud. That's what's crazy. He's not even my dud after that performance because I'm going to Christian McCaffrey. Okay. Christian McCaffrey has been on fire. Over 5 games, he's set a precedent at the running back position that has been so impressive. Last week, I think it was only him and Jim Brown. Now he's entered a territory that it's only him. He's the only person doing this.
Right.
He had a big run in their game. And just when you watch him, to start the season off this hot, you got to look at it's just, hey, you know what? Now I can go out and do the basics.
Right.
Like as a ball player, you're thinking, how do I get to this number? Right? If I can get to this number, I had a good season. But whatever his number was, he's already crushed it. He's already crushed it. And the only thing I could think of is LaDainian under Norv Turner. LaDainian Tomlinson under Norv Turner.
That was scary.
Because Norv Turner has come and no Cam Newton, and you got Kyle at quarterback, Kyle Allen. And people know the ball is going to Christian McCaffrey. And you still can't stop him. You still can do nothing with this man. He's making one-handed grabs and he's tipping to himself and dive to catch it. He's running up the middle. He's running on the edge. He's lining up in space. This man is awesome.
Dynamic.
But I said this before the season. Who's your top 3 backs? I say Le'Veon Bell, Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley. Saquon hurt. Le'Veon doesn't have Sam Darnold. It's been a rough start for them in the Jets. But the person that everybody questioned was Christian McCaffrey.
Because you don't know.
Well, now they know. They know now. So my stud of the week was Christian McCaffrey. Now we do this other segment called Fantasy Fail. Fantasy Fail this week was me.
Okay.
It was definitely me. And the reason why it was me is because I had Amari Cooper on my bench. And it was coming down to, do I put Amari Cooper as my flex or do I put LaShawn McCoy in the game? And for some reason, I said, you know what? I'm going to go with LaShawn McCoy. And he gave me 3 points.
That's it.
And Amari Cooper went out and had 11 catches for 226 yards and a touchdown. And I'm sitting here looking at 43 points, compared to 3. And with those 40 points, I would have won my game. But since I put LaShawn McCoy in the game, epic fail.
What was your reasoning for benching him?
Bro, I don't have a reason. I don't even have a reason. That's why I just called myself out on 26 minutes. But
okay. Respect.
My reason for letting these people know that you could possibly be in this chair tomorrow when they check out episode 59, if you're available. Hey, join us again, 26 minutes. We out.
Stay tuned for an update from Redskins Park.
Are uninvited pests ruining your plans? Let PMSI, the pest control partner of the Washington Redskins, handle it for you. Call today for your free inspection, and they'll work around your schedule to provide you the best solution possible to defend your home territory against pests of all kinds, including mold. Visit mypmsi.com for the game plan to control the pests on your home turf. That's mypmsi.com.
At Coke, our 67,000 U.S. employees make things that make your game days better, like fertilizer for greener turf and stronger paper products for tailgating. Viewing the game from your couch? Coke also makes the electronic components in TVs and smart devices so you can watch your Redskins victory anywhere. Coke, we make that. See it all at KOCHmakesthat.com. That's CokeMakesThat.com.
Locally owned Novec has competitive rates and some of the highest customer satisfaction ratings among electric utilities in Virginia. Novec members are receiving more than $4 million in cashback credits in December, and they enjoy the most reliable power in the region. Novec is growing its renewable energy supply, including more solar. Novec, power you can trust.
Time to tailgate. We have my Honda CR-V with class-leading cargo space, so I can bring the grill. Cousin Bobby's Honda Pilot with seating for 8, and my brother's Honda Ridgeline loaded with fun features like in-bed speakers and an in-bed trunk. Nothing left to do now but sit back and wait for kickoff. Who wants a hot dog?
Get more this season with a great deal on a new Honda, perfect for tailgating. See your local Honda dealer today.
Hi, this is Larry Michael with the Redskins Park Update. Kickoff Sunday, 1 o'clock, the Redskins at Miami Dolphins. Both teams looking for their first wins of 2019. For the Redskins, practice resumes on Wednesday for the first time under new head coach Bill Callahan. The coach will step to the podium live on Redskins.com and the Redskins app after practice on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Don't forget, coming up Sunday, 1 o'clock kickoff on Redskins Radio, it is the Redskins at Miami. A special day here at Redskins Park today. Tuesday, the 21st Annual All-Star Survivor Celebration. As Breast Cancer Awareness Month, big thing for the Washington Redskins, a fantastic day here today at Redskins Park for these unbelievable women. That's today's Redskins Park Update.